All right, well, happy 2021 shed season has officially begun here for myself in Northern Illinois, and today I'm out here on one of my pieces of property that I lease. The one thing I really like to do this time of the year is find deer bedding. And since I've been here, what's amazed me is the amount of deer that are camped out at our trail intersections within 100 yards watching us walk in. It makes hunting really difficult when you can't get into your spots without being seen. That's why historically this spot has always been a morning spot, because we just can't get in. So one of the things I'm going to note is the trail system needs to change. We've been doing the same thing for the last 6 years, and the deer have caught on. All right, well, we have got our first antler officially of 2021. I was walking kind of along this real thick, nasty bedding area, and right there, actually this is the bedding area. Well, okay, let's see what's going on here. Really nice fresh shed. It's actually in a bed. Now this buck is kind of laying up against this deadfall here. Behind me is this really nasty thicket, and like I was saying, right up on that trail where I was 2 minutes ago, that's that access. These deer sit there and watch these access points, and that's what this buck was doing, it looks like. Let's see here. We've got a nice 4-point. Right in his bed. We're out of here for today. Like I said, I got one, shed number 1. We'll see you on shed number 2. I'm out doing a little more shed hunting. You know, when I go out and do these little trips, I'm always going to try to talk about a little tip or strategy that I use. And today the strategy is lots and lots of snow. Everybody's afraid of it. You got to get out there and shed hunt. Snow is actually a great time to find antlers. And I'm actually out at Matt Miller's property today, kind of making our first run through here. And I'm walking up on an absolute tank. Oh, darn it. Darn it, I thought it was a shed, so from over here I saw some antlers sticking up. It's actually a big giant dead buck. Oh, darn it. I know Miller knows who this is. This is the buck he called Wayland's. Unfortunately, a beautiful deer, dead. Darn it. But anyway, yeah, here he is. I'll show you guys what I saw. I just seen those beams. But anyway, tip of the day, lots of snow. It's time to go. You can see everything. Bam. Whew, it's too bad. Mother Nature. All right, today is February 3rd. Out doing a little more shed hunting. The conditions in Northern Illinois have been absolutely brutal lately. We've had a little bit of a meltdown, but when I say meltdown, it's been like 38 inches of snow. We're down to about a foot and a half, and we've had some cold days, so actually it's melted, it's frozen, and walking is a lot easier, so now I'm able to cover a whole lot of ground. So I'm going back to a lot of the bedding spots and areas that I've hit in the past, looking to see if I can see any tines poking up. Sure enough, I got my first side. Big 4-point right there. I think I know this deer too. He's a big, real nice 8-pointer. Well, yeah, he's a good one. Nothing monstrous. Oh, snowshoe. But I'll take it. I'll take it. Awesome. On the board. Hopefully we can find some. Oh, there's his match. There's his match right there. Match is right there. Left and right. Alright, let's pick these bad boys up. Just had to take a couple of still shots because it's so cool. There's one. Be a definite shooter next year. Actually, I'm not sure if this is the deer I know of. All these 8s are kind of hard. And then here's the match. Just before the squirrels could find it. Well, I can't tell you how happy I am today. Today could go down as one of the best shed hunting days ever. Snow's finally melting here in northern Illinois, and I've been chasing a big giant deer this whole year. He ended up getting pretty wounded a couple times, and we weren't sure he was going to be alive or if he was going to make it or what was going to happen to this poor deer. It's the big giant 10-pointer that I had the encounter with on November 30th. And a week ago, I came in here. Holy cow. I came in here and I jumped him, and he looked like he was skin and bones, shed both his horns, and it's melted down enough. I actually walked right by it. Here it is. He's alive while he's shed. Here he is. What an absolute hammer. Look at that. There he is. If it's not him, I don't care. He's still huge, and he ended up living right across the street from where we hunt. So he'll be back hopefully next year, bigger, stronger. Oh, what a hog, what a hog. All right, well, today's a sad day in my book. It's probably gonna be one of our last days of shed hunting. So we've got the dog, we've got the wheeler, I've got Jack running the camera. We're on one of our best pieces of property. We know there's a bunch of deer out here. We've been pretty unsuccessful all year trying to find them because it is so big, so thick, and we've had so much snow. But we know there's at least 10 antlers on the ground out here. So we're gonna take the whole thing and the perimeter. We're gonna walk and go to basically all the spots where we knew they were bedding earlier in the year. So let's do this. Last shed hunt of the year. Stells, hopefully she finds a couple too. It'll make her happy. I mean, she's always happy. She's always wagging her tail. But Jack's gonna ride the wheeler on all the main trails and the big lanes, and I'm gonna get dirty and get in the woods. So then we'll switch when I get tired. All right, let's do this. What's that?
5-foot side.
All right. Oh yeah. There you go.
Oh yeah.
It's old Mo.
That's an old one.
It's old Mo. Old deer. Sweet.
That's an oldie.
We've got a big one. See if Stells finds it.
Oh.
Just walking through here, that's what I saw. Right where she was. Didn't see it. Oh yeah! Oh, big 9, baby. Dude, look at that shit. This is Megatron. Here he is. Oh baby,
Both
this thing
5%.
is so much bigger in person. Woo.
That's a mega.
That is a mega. This could be potentially the biggest site I've ever found. It's huge. Figured this deer at 180 as a 9. Ah.
So we're at the farm here. We just pulled in. I actually am kind of looking for a dead deer. There was a buck in here late season that wasn't looking too hot. I never really got his picture, but I've seen him several times up by the road and just looked really sick. He's actually one of our giant 3-year-olds, or our nice 3-year-olds that we were passing this year, hopefully to make it another couple years. But I don't know if he got hit by a car or what, but he did not look very healthy. It was right at the end of deer season when I seen him last. So he could have shed and made it. They're pretty tough, or he could be laying in here somewhere dead. So we're just kind of looking, trying to find deer antlers, big sticks.
Daddy, is there gonna be a coyote in this woods?
A coyote in this woods? No, I'm sure there's coyotes in here, but they're probably not.
But are they afraid of people?
Oh yeah, they're afraid of you guys for sure, especially with them big sticks.
Yeah. We'll have these big sticks so we can whack them with it and kill them.
Keep walking. It's kind of like mushrooming. You see it yet, Claire? I knew you'd see it, yeah. Whoa, you okay?
Ow. You have this.
You see it, Kate?
Yeah.
Yeah? First one you've ever found, I think. Cool. Cool. You like it? Alright guys, well, this is the deer that I saw late season's really sick. He was barely moving when I seen him. He got up and ran in here, but I couldn't find him. And was kind of hoping he'd make it. This is a 3-year-old that we had watched. My buddy called him Double D Jr. after his daddy. He grew double drop times when he was like a 5-year-old, so we were kind of hoping this deer would do the same thing. So he was on the no-hit list this year, and not sure exactly what happened, if he got wounded by fighting or hit by a car or road right up here not 200 yards away, so that's probably what happened.
Or he got, when something happened to him, maybe he was laying and going to sleep, and these wolves came and took him.
The wolves came and got him?
Yeah.
Well,
One time I saw it on their computer.
We really don't have wolves in Illinois. We have coyotes. But.
Coyotes.
So anyway, not the way we wanted to find him, but we found a shed and found this nice buck.
Daddy,
Yeah.
don't get that to me. It smells terrible.
They're wet and nasty. All right, yeah, so I'm just pointing to these girls that these deer bed right here in several spots. And I think I saw it anyway. Claire found a big one. Oh, yeah, babe. That's so awesome, Claire.
Well, this guy has been fighting, I can see.
Yeah, so this is actually a deer I passed up with the bow, just maybe 80 to 100 yards from here. He had this side then. This was one I really wanted to find because I was thinking he was a 3-year-old on the hoof when I first seen him, but after further review, I think he's 4. Claire, great job, hon. I thought it looked like an antler, but I was showing Kate what those beds look like, and you snuck up there and got it. The other side's actually bigger than this side. If we could find it, that'd be awesome.
Daddy.
Yeah.
What if we find a giant antler like that was this big?
That'd be so cool.
Yeah.
This is like my best form to hunt. And kind of sitting here a couple times last winter, a couple months ago, and just kind of looking at what these deer do. Most of them don't come out of this thick stuff until right at dark. And I'm going to try to change that up this year a little bit. I want to come in here and clean all this deadfall out, cut down all these dead trees, make a nice little, like a little stationary area where they kind of come in here and play around before they go out into the wide open fields and food plots to eat. So probably in the next video I do, if it's not shed hunting, is cleaning all this stuff up, getting it cleared, and then burn it all off, probably all the leaves or whatever, and getting it to where I can just keep it mowed and sprayed all summer, and then next fall come in here and plant like buck oats or something. So, well, we're shed hunting, crawling through the nasty stuff today. It's raining and a little bit chilly, but pretty nice for March. Went shed hunting this morning with a wife. She picked up a matched set of sheds that was a deer that we've been hunting for a while now, probably the last 4 years. He's an 8-year-old buck that we called Hitchcock. He's been on a couple of the episodes that everybody's watched. Just never been able to seal the deal on him. So it was pretty cool to find his set of sheds. Never found a shed off that deer in all of the years that he's been here, but normally this time of year he does not live on this farm, and this year he dropped them in December, so that's probably the only reason we found them. I knew they were in there somewhere. So we actually covered that other half of the farm this morning, went and picked up the kids, ate lunch, then it started raining. They didn't want to come back, so I'm out here now by myself, walking in the wet woods, covering the other half of the farm. So hopefully we can find some more. All right, guys, well, I was just looking at this leg bone down here. I'm walking up on a shed, and I think it's the deer I wanted to find. Kind of a goofy looking buck, not a huge deer, but got some great mass. Look at that thing. This is his small side. It's really kind of goofy looking. It went straight up like this. The other side, the 4-point side, if I remember correctly. Wow, what a cool deer. He just showed up this year. Never had seen him before. And you know, the funny thing is I've drove this field edge right here with the Jeep a couple times. And I'll show you what this shed was. If you can see this, there's the field up there. There's a little mound of dirt right here. That shed was laying on the other side of it, so I could never see it from the Jeep, and I was 20 yards from it. So we're actually gonna walk up here, because this one hasn't been on the ground very long, so the other side could be pretty close. This deer hung out a lot right up here by these. So this is kind of a grassy ridge that I never hunt. And these deer just come out of here like crazy, and I think I'm gonna put a stand up here. I finally got a tree big enough this year that I can hide in it. Cool looking shed. Look at this thing. Heck, I was just right over there just a minute ago. Didn't even see it. Look at that. So this is a match set. 3 points on this side. Nice 4-point side on that one with a big old kicker off of its G2. Great mass. Super excited to see what this deer turns into next year as a 4-year-old. He's a new buck, and I only had a handful of pictures of him late season, but what an awesome deer. That's so cool. Oh.